welcome back to another Outdoor Philosophy. Hopefully our audio is okay. I just absolutely love this scenery. We're on a live stream, as you can tell, but you know. So like I said, hopefully it's not too loud, but we want to continue on talking about our series about working from home, and today we come to the concept of having a plan. Having a plan is very important in anything that we are doing because, of course, like, let's look to the basics. Suppose you're going to go off to college. You go off to college, they'll give you a plan, and if you actually follow the plan, you can actually finish in 4 years, which is kind of funny, being is that most people are finishing school a whole lot later than 4 years. 4 years, or 5 years, or 6 years, and 7 years. There was a guy, he got his 2-year associates, it took him 10 years. He was a student of mine once, so it's kind of like, well, at least he persevered and got to the end of it, you know. But the reality is, having a plan. If you follow a plan, you will be a lot better off than if you do not follow a plan. And that's kind of the ultimate bottom line thing. Following the plan is an important thing to do. Just make sure that you're doing that. So what does it mean to have a plan to work from home? Well, one way that you want to have a plan working from home is you want to be able to set in a specific set of times. Now, some people are into waking up really early in the morning. There's videos out there, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You know, if you follow my channels enough, you know that I don't really care as much what time you get up and what time you go to sleep, because ultimately the important thing is not the number of, the time that you wake up. The important thing is not the time that you wake up, it is how much sleep did you get. If you actually get enough sleep to function as a human being, it is completely inconsequential what time you wake up, because we all have the same amount of hours in the day. It's just, do you spend the 8 of it sleeping from this time to this time, or that time to that time? All right, so it all boils down to motivation. So having a plan as to what your office hours are, what are your work hours? For me personally, I actually generally work a second shift. I found that for me, everything that I do, second shift is what I like the most, because I love what I do for work. I enjoy the work that I get done, and I don't see work as a drudgery that I do until such time that I have to, that I get to go home and go play. So that's why second shift works for me, is that I can go out, I can get some work done, I can get some work done, and then what ends up happening is I'll get my errands taken care of, I'll get my shopping taken care of, all the things that are important to get taken care of, and then once all that's taken care of, then I sit down and I work until I go to sleep, which for me is exactly what I want, outside of I take a couple hours off in the evening to cook and to just do a little bit of light time away from the computers. But for the most part, my plan is just that. Next, you want to make sure that your plan contains things such as making sure you have your specific goals for the day. Now, there's different goal settings, whether you want to do goal setting for the week or for the day or for whatever period of time you want to do goal setting. Just make sure that you know what your plan happens to be. So maybe your goal setting is what tasks do I need to accomplish this week, and then you fit in the things that you can fit in when you can fit them in. The secondary thing is, what about looking at goal setting in terms of what do I need to take care of today? So there's different things in that. Now, outside of plans and what time you're going to work, what time you're going to sleep, what time you're going to take your breaks, the other thing that you want to consider is having a plan for your business, for your occupation. Are you doing videos like this? What is your plan for getting your videos done? What is your plan for having a step up on the videos so that you're not rushed to do a video the day that it is due? Do you need to do some type of residual income? How much research you're going to need to do on a given project? Or is there a skill set you need to do, a course you need to take? These are all things that go into your plan. You can say, well, I'm going to launch out a new web design company, which is what I did about 10 years ago. I say, I'm going to need to look for clients this way, this way, this way. And then I said, well, there's at that time we had Elance, you have Odesk, you have Guru, you have Freelancer, all these different things. And I said, well, I'm going to have a plan that every month I'm going to put out the maximum number of bids. How many is that? Well, this number, this number, this number, and then I can split that out by the weeks. That's new acquisition of clients. And then I have to have a plan when I'm actually going to get working on clients. So when you're just starting, you're going to need to spend more time trying to find clients and less time working. As you get the ball rolling, you need to maintain looking for clients while at the same time working in more time in your schedule to actually get your tasks accomplished. And so having the plan in that respect looks at the dynamics of your business. Do you need to focus more time on acquisition or less time on actual production? Or do you need to flip-flop it? What are the skills you're going to need to have? What can you do now? What do you have to wait on to get more skills? These are all a variety of things that you need to look into to determine what's going on. And so with all of these types of things, having a plan looks like you're writing it on paper, you're thinking about your future, you will have 5-year goals, 10-year goals, 1-year goals, 3-month goals. You might break it down even further into monthly and weekly and daily. It depends on how much goal setting you want to do. But having the plan allows you to open up to the possibility to when do you need to focus on part X, when do you need to focus on part Y. And one of these key factors in self-employment is you always have things that you have to do that don't actually provide income. Things like doing books, things like maybe hiring employees, stuff like this. There's things that we always have to do that do not specifically relate to us actually doing something for production or making money. And these times are kind of like those in your education, things like that, are what you might call sharpening the axe. Working on the plans, working on the purpose so that you can grow and develop into a person that is competent in what you're doing. So having a plan, start with looking at goals, start with when are you actually working, when are you taking a break. Then you want to look at what tasks you need to accomplish, what are the different elements of your business, and just write it all down, organize it, and then constantly be working on revising that plan. There's times, and I've looked over my years of doing what I do, there's several different phases you go into. You're going to find times when you have to spend way more time doing client acquisition, and you might even have to cut back your fees. And then there's other times you need to increase your fees and turn people away and greatly increase your production and just go on to either very light client acquisition or just client maintenance. Wow, that word didn't come out right. But anyway, so that's kind of what I have to say about having a plan. So thanks for coming along on this outdoor philosophy. And once again, let me know in the comments, is the stream too loud and distracting here? Or is it okay? I don't know. You guys let me know. So thanks for coming along, and I hope that you enjoy your daily walk in this outdoor philosophy.